Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nerd Collision. I'm Eddie, that's Britt, and that's Brandon, and today we're going to be doing our spoiler review for The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 8, When We Are in Need.
Mm, mm.
And
I'm
there are some
trying to
folks
see
in
what
need
lyrics are going without.
during.
What will we are in need?
Alrighty, guys, and this is our spoiler review, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Now, in episode 8, while hunting to get food for Joel, who is still recovering, Ellie encounters a preacher, David, and his fellow hunter, James. She trades her deer for penicillin. David reveals the man who stabbed Joel was a member of his group. Ellie leaves to treat Joel. The next day, she spots David and his men having arrived to seek vengeance on Joel. She flees to draw them away from Joel but is captured. At David's camp, he reveals he has been feeding his group human flesh. Meanwhile, Joel awakens and tortures some of David's men into telling him Ellie's whereabouts. David and James attempt to kill Ellie, but she kills James and escapes. David hunts her down, but she overpowers him and kills him with a meat cleaver. Joel finds a traumatized Ellie outside the cult's burning community center and comforts her. And that is where we end this episode. Now, we do have some notes here from Ray, who unfortunately wasn't able to join us today. And his notes reads as follows. This show is top notch, period. Love seeing Ellie on her own doing what she needs to do to try to keep Joel alive, taking a deer out all on her own. The actor playing David, kudos, sir, you did that. Self righteous, menacing, and just outright creepy. It was very gripping seeing his scenes with Ellie, and the two played off each other very well. Another powerful point in this episode was Ellie had to save herself with Joel in the condition he was in. Damn, it was great seeing him back in action. Foreshadowing what's to come for those who played the game. Also, very smart of Ellie to use her infection as a diversion. Another powerful episode, and if the show has shown us anything, that even with an apocalypse, there is nothing more dangerous in the world, leans in and whispers, a Christian white man. Until we meet again. And you know what? In all honesty,
Was he wrong?
not at all, because not only do you have to worry about zombies, you have to worry about cult leaders. I mean, this is just not a apocalypse. Like at this point, I would just want to be gone. I don't even want
This
to try to
apocalypse is
survive
not
Sounds like a
apocalypse
weekday in
right
Malibu.
now.
it. That's how I'd be. Just take me out because it would just be too much for somebody like me. But this was a really, really good episode, and the acting is just top notch. I can't praise it enough. I've really enjoyed this series so far. Cannot wait to the next episode where we wrap it all up for this season. But what did you guys think?
You know, this was a great episode. Really was. Ellie is proven to be more of a badass. She killing people left and right. And I know the right wing Christian white conservative men are very, very upset that, oh my God, it is a pastor. He is supposed to be leading. He would never do anything like this. Ain't that what the Catholic priests are doing now? But I digress. This was a very good episode, and I'm glad he's dead. I'm glad the dude's dead. Joel probably would have just chopped his neck off, but it's okay. Ellie took care of that. Just saying, we're gonna get canceled, but it has to be said that it's happening in a lot of churches, especially the Catholics. But I ain't gonna say nothing, nothing. Mm. And some Christian men too. But great episode all around. We're gonna get canceled. But it's okay. Go ahead.
Oh man! Alrighty, and Brandon.
Wow. That's all I have to say for starters. Just fucking wow.
Yeah.
Um, the girls did it somehow. some way, they made a slay. The girls at HBO. I'm really shocked that for this particular episode, you were able to cram something which I think took me like a little over an hour to beat into just completely 59 minutes. Um, Quite shocking. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer, or the episode would have been at least an hour and 15 or something like that. But it captured all the events pretty much to a T. With Ellie, but I don't recall the conversation with him with Ellie talking about, oh, there was a man with a little girl or something like that. I don't remember that part. I would have to replay and see or watch the scene again, on like YouTube or something. But basically, um, fantastic episode from start to finish. They captured Ellie and the deer, and I'll put one between the fucking eyes, everything like that. Everything was down to a T. I really appreciated that with the precision and loving care that they took with this particular episode, because this is the episode that is supposed to traumatize Ellie to a point where she's just like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck just happened? What did I just do?" Um, and Joel being a badass, of course, in the game, you march through a bunch of guys and just mow them down. And they're like, oh shit, oh my god, this old 50-year-old man, he's coming for this old little girl. Ah, and then they're so scared of him, as they should be. The torture scene with the guy pointing out the knife and stuff like that, that was in the game too. And he was like, don't worry, I believe him. And that was sickening. What else? From the lodge burning down and everything like that. Now, him being an actual preacher or whatever the fuck, that wasn't in the game from what I remember, but they did. I'm glad that they pointed out that they were cannibals and all of that shit, because that did happen. And David was a sick fuck. Like, if y'all look at the game, David was a sick fuck, and he was like, I'm trying to keep you alive. And I thought he was going to SA Ellie at
Mhm.
that point in the lodge when it was burning down. That's what I thought he was trying to do. And that's why she reacted the way she did, or just kill her in general. But um, I appreciated this episode. It really showed. I was buying the bullshit that he actually cared for this girl and they actually had a bond at that point. So the finale, which we all know is that what happens. Those who played the game or watched the gameplay and everything, child, that's going to be an emotional episode. I hope it's longer than an hour, because it should be, given everything. I think it will be. But it's going to be an emotional roller coaster, because you're about to get a whole 180. That's all I'm going to
Mhm.
say.
Mhm.
So, in the words of Jeremy Irons, be prepared.
Are we coming up on the last episode?
We
Is this
Yeah,
are
second to
this
last?
Sunday.
episode 9.
So it should be a. Why would cram everything in an hour? Let's just make it 2 hours. Just
Why
go ahead.
not? Like a mini movie.
And then
I
we'll
mean,
go on, because next year will probably be season 2.
yeah, yeah.
And I am
They
so
said that they're
dreading that.
possibly entering early production before the end of the year.
Oh, so 25 will probably be season 2.
Well, not 25, maybe 24, maybe summer 24. I don't know. 25,
Yeah.
early 25, maybe. I can wait. I
I'm
can
gonna
wait.
say I'm
Aim
gonna
for
say it's gonna be Halloween 24. If you premiere on
I just
Halloween,
don't want them to hurt my man, but they're gonna hurt my man. Oh my
no, they're not. They about to hurt my husband. I can't. I don't know if I want to watch it. But like, if
Also,
you,
I just want to say this real quick. Sorry to cut you off. To Joel, aka Pedro Pascal, I am so sorry that the world has annoyed you to a point where you don't even want to be slut daddy anymore.
Right.
I saw that interview, and that man, he paused, he thought about it, and he said, "Remember what Linda from PR told you." And then he said, "No." XOXO Gossip Girl. And I can't be mad at him for that. I can't. Because y'all have annoyed this man to a point. He has slutted himself out. The only thing he hasn't done is drop the nudes. And y'all have just sexualized this poor man who's just trying to live his life and
Yes.
be pro gay, LGBTQIA plus XYZQ element of 1, 2, 3, 4. And y'all are just
about that.
they just harassed him, and it bothers me so much. Leave that man alone.
Hmm.
So
Appreciate him
fun.
from afar. Give him his
Yes.
flowers, but stop
I
asking him for nudes.
I
Yes.
want to appreciate him far and close.
Again, the antithesis of what I'm trying to say. Please, please stop harassing that man. Otherwise, he'll be no one's slut daddy. And then
Yeah.
he'll be asexual and he'll never honk again. He'll never bark again. We don't
No,
want that. Cause you're free to do what you want to do.
ooh,
You got to
ooh,
live your
ooh,
life. Do
ooh,
what you want to do.
ooh,
I'll see you at
ooh.
Pride, Pedro. I'll see you at Pride. Or maybe Folsom. Who knows?
Who knows? Who's to say
I feel like he would
nowadays?
be at Folsom. I feel like
He gives me Folsom. He'd enjoy it, I'm sure.
yeah,
I'm
Metropole
sure.
Pride, man.
But I agree with Brandon. Y'all need to stop harassing him about this slut daddy thing. He
Yeah.
gets it. He knows it. He is supposed to be Mando daddy. Because then we
Yeah.
got water
That's
daddy,
right.
which is to know. And then we got, and then we got, Captain America daddy. Well, daddies. Steve and Mackie. So stop. They know. They know.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? And here's another one. I'm gonna read him a little bit actually. My thing with you, Mr. Anthony Mackie, he's probably gonna block us too. 'Cause Lord knows we get the girls real riled up. The problem I have with you, sir, is that you get mad when people, want to ship Bucky and Sam, right, and say that they want to bounce booties together, and then you're talking about, oh yeah, I'm doing my fit next week, and let me tell you something: the peaches are firm and right. Like, why are you saying that? Why are you trying to get us all riled up and excited for that? Talk about, oh yes, the cheeks will be out. Like, girl, and then he said, and I quote, afterwards. What? What? I know you watch RuPaul's Drag Race in your hotel room on mute. I know you do. I know you watch it with the volume low, maybe at 5 or 12. I am sick and tired of you girls. It's literally teeter tottering in the LGBT lake. Either you're gonna jump in or stay out.
He probably jumped in already.
Really? I mean, I'm not going to be Wendy Williams here and say allegedly he's bisexual because I would never do that. But what I will say is that he needs to stop this queer baiting, talking about, yes, honey, and the cheeks will be right. And let me tell you, he's got a jock strap too. Girl, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Just stop it. And it's low key, Anthony Mackie, even though you, to me, I mean, in terms of facial features, no shade to you. You're a great actor. Kiss
See,
me,
yes.
bro, whatever. Just fucking kiss me, man, was a very iconic line for me. Um,
Was.
but I mean, considering who your predecessor is and who your other colleagues are, I would rather have a go with them in the bedroom. Just saying. No shade, no tea. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. And maybe, new world order, new top order will be good. And it will gag me. Um Also, Stephen Ewan, I hope you're Sentry. I love you so much. Now that's a man who
Yes,
I
he
would call
is.
slut daddy. I mean, he's not a slut. He literally
No.
deletes his posts like after a couple months. He doesn't want the girls to know where he lives. He doesn't want the girls to know who he is, where he is at, how he's having fun, etc. And I can't blame him for that because the girls are
No.
weird. But I love you, Stephen Ewan. I can't wait to buy your action figure. I'm gonna hang it on the wall. and we're gonna have a ball watching Thunderbolts. I can't wait to see you ram through the girls like a top at ATL Pride. It's gonna be
Oh,
fun. It's gonna be
shit.
spectacular.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to The Last of Us. The finale is gonna be
Yes.
amazing, girls. And let me tell you something. You're gonna have a blast watching it. You're gonna cry. You're gonna say ooh and ah.
Yes.
You're gonna
Mattress Giant.
cheer. You're gonna jeer. You're gonna be like, oh my god, so much fear.
I don't know about cheer. Maybe like a light woohoo.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, I think we said all that we could say about this episode and what's coming up next. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching our spoiler review for The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 8. Please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys saw of the episode. Also, remember to click the bell button for notifications so that you know whenever we have new videos here on the channel. And please follow Nerd Collision on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Once again, I'm Eddie. That's Britt. That's Brandon. We're Nerd Collision, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.
Happy St.
Subscribe.
Patrick History Month. Yes. Wakanda forever.
Subscribe.
Oh my God.